Society doesn't encourage women to go out there and do daring and dangerous things, being out in the bush with limited amenities. They frown upon women who do things like that. I am Dr. Gladys Kalema Zikusoka. I'm a wildlife veterinarian and conservationist, and I've been working with the mountain gorillas for 27 years. Climate change is one of the major threats to the gorillas. As there becomes a scarcity of water, there's drought, the gorillas are going to struggle. The climate has warmed up, a few more degrees, and a lot of people are getting malaria because they weren't exposed to it before, and they're really getting sick. And so all these increased infectious diseases, eventually there's a spillover to the mountain gorillas because they're always interacting with the communities, both inside and outside the parks. We're preventing zoonotic disease between people and wildlife, and we work closely with village health teams or community health workers who we train to do conservation work. We make sure that they visit people's homes regularly. Each of them is in charge of about 30 to 40 homes, and they promote good hygiene and sanitation, especially hand washing. Every month we collect fecal samples from all the habituated gorilla groups, currently there are 26, to look for parasites, bacteria or viruses that they could be picking from people or livestock, and also when they're abnormal. We carry out a lot of clinical science observation, and that part of the program I still very much get involved in. Society doesn't encourage women to go out there and do daring and dangerous things. Things that are considered daring, being out in the bush with limited amenities. They frown upon women who do things like that. So trying to break those barriers and say I'm going out to do it because I really want to do it. I found that there haven't been that many role models, but I'm glad that the role models are increasing over time. There's many more women now engaged in conservation, although we still have a long way to go. The climate crisis has made many people to feel hopeless. Sometimes I feel hopeless, but one thing that makes me hopeful is that there's something that can be done about it. Working with gorillas gives me a lot of hope. It really does.